Alrighty. Welcome back to Super Sentai Review, episode number 145. This one, it's not 4, it's not 5, it's not even 9 episodes I'm talking about for Flashman. I'm talking about 13 episodes. Yes, because I was actually hoping to do a bit less, but nope, I was out longer than I was expecting. Because my dad's car had to break down, to do some voting. Yeah, it was a very weird, several hours. Okay, now we're discussing episodes 10 to 22. Starting with episode 10. Yeah, this is a Green Flash episode. Finds himself a crush on a flower girl. Well, a girl who runs a flower shop. Hooks her flowers. He's smitten with her. And it's like, oh, they found a weakness because he found a girl he likes. And they have their master disguise. Nietzsche poses her, and he instantly finds out that she's not the real thing, based on her knowledge of flowers. Yep, that was simply the reason for it. And of course, the guy, he ends up kind of with her, kind of, yes, but she's a one-shot character. Too bad she doesn't appear ever again. Now, episode 11 is a weird one, to say the least. Yes, it is mostly where you have Pink Flash just riding her motorcycle. By the way, it starts out with Garth, where he's spraying mist onto this egg for some reason. Yes, this single egg. And then somehow he gets lost from him when he unleashes it. Hits basically Pink Flash, and then the thing hatches, and it forms this monster, and it sees Pink Flash, well, in her civilian form, and of course, typical of an animal ancestor from an egg, like the first female it sees, must be its mother. No, seriously, and of course, transforms into a then she transforms that, and at least the thing. It happens where he looks like he sprays more mist on it, and looks like he kisses this thing. Really, this happens twice. Where he ends up kissing this creature that he was trying to breathe life into, which, yeah, this is weird. And also this episode, when they defeat it, when it goes Giant Sense form, it's basically Pink Flash, okay, Giant, Cheshire goes, well, technically the creature was recaptured by the reassembled Empire, and they managed to wipe its memories of it. Yep, wipe its memories, go Giant Size, and Blue tries to, but nope, doesn't work, so she's like, yo, Flash, get the cosmic sword. And Red Flash's like, what? Pink Flash? He's more thinking, that is my line. I'm the one who says that. Yep. And of course, they unleash the sword and does a flip and 2 flips, and that's it. Yeah, of course, a funeral for it. There's a nice bit of bonding here. It's an interesting episode, to say the least. Yeah, 12 and 13 is kind of a loose 2-parter. Kind of in a way, where Wanda gives himself a power boost. Also, we get a little bit explored into Red Flash's backstory, where we unveiled with scars under his shirt, in his shoulder area. Yes, and he assumed he got those as a kid. Nope, alien hunters did that. Now, does he bother to ask Wanda how the heck does he know that? Nope. That's never asked the whole time. And he's winning for a while. And here's the thing. It's also revealed that he is actually made from the same type of stuff that the monsters are made from. Except he was genetically enhanced to become an elite warrior from the remasked Empire. Yeah, and apparently, get this. He's made from 5 random space creatures. And here's the thing. The monster work with in the episode, who makes his sword, which, by the way, after 22, he still has his damn sword. The one with blue handle. And yeah, he's sort of losing his power, but he still keeps his sword, no problem. And apparently this creature is also made from 5 random space creatures, who apparently get this superpower wavelength. And by the way, their doctor takes him back to their spaceship, and Shasta think, you're so overconfident, you think this is basically natural? I created you! Yes, he's like that for some reason. I have no idea why. So also in the episode, we have it where, during the part when the thing is finally the thing is lifted, basically his wing is damaged. Yes, his wing is still torn by the end of the episode. So, yeah, so they have it where the very next episode, where Wanda wants revenge on Red Flash for damaging his wing. That's really the plot of the very next episode. Yeah, and basically stealing his DNA and stuff like that. So you could say that basically, like 12 and 13 are two loosely connected episodes. Basically, 12 basically leads to 13. Yes. 14 is, well, kind of similar in a way to episode 10, where it's like, oh, we have it where one of the Flashmen, this time the Blue Flash, meets a gangster girl while riding, and just randomly ends in the park, like attacked by these female gangsters, these bikers, and takes on the leader, and basically he kind of falls for her. And this is a very good standalone episode. Yeah, and once again we have it where, oh, Blue Flash's got a weakness, got kidnapped the girl he's got a thing for. Yeah, and of course she claims she has no parents. Oh, by the way, at the end of the episode, she actually does have parents. She actually is from a rich family. And of course she admits to him that she's in love with him. It's a very interesting episode. I do like it. I thought it was really good. Too bad she does very good. Her name is Yuki. Yep, Yuki. Oh yeah, and also they mention here that on the Wiki side, this is the first episode written by Takashi Ino, who became the main writer for Jetman. So good stuff here. Now 15 is, wow. It's like basically, well, it's mostly in a way a 6-parter. Starts 15, I think it wraps up mostly by episode 14. Yeah, this 4-parter has a debut of more alien hunters. More importantly, a guy by the name of Sir Keller. Or Crawler. Yeah, it appears to be he's human. And by the way, he experiences in 25 episodes. And he's the leader of the Warriors. Now here's the thing, he's here. He only skips he skips like up until his final episode. He's here from 15 to 49. He only skips like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 8 episodes he misses. Yeah, only 8 out of like a lot of the series. So yeah, just have like a lot to happen here. So we have it where the monster caused monsters to grow, Carter, where he basically is going crazy, and then all of a sudden we have this UFO that hops up out of nowhere, and this UFO has the alien hunters. Which are simply a mercenary group. Yeah. So we've seen these episodes like that, like what I just mentioned, plus also a battle where the Flash King battles 2 monsters at once and gets heavily damaged. So for the next couple episodes, there was no Megazord battle. Yeah, none. And then by 17, something very interesting happens. They're basically battling their monster. All of a sudden, this gigantic semi-truck pops out of nowhere. And also we see this capsule pop out. And it's one of the Mass Empire soldiers. Someone named La Bretti. And it turns out he actually battled a hero of the Flash system. Titan the Hero. And of course, this thing is called Flash Titan. Yep. So he reveals a couple of details that this thing was actually made for the Flashman. After he basically got curious about, first he attacks them, and then he realized when like Flashman, This may be what I'm looking for. Yep. So he ends up talking to Red Flash, explains everything about his battle with Titan Hero, and he reveals, of course, later on in episode 19, he reveals a secret that, thanks to the training in the Flash, it causes something. What does it cause? I'm not going to reveal it right now, not until the very end. So, basically, in a way, that is simply put. There's also something with the. We also have the method they explored of how they captured the Rangers. Actually, it was episode 17. So they have the capsule stuff. Yeah, the whole thing with the. By the way, in the very next season, Masked Man, it's like they repeated the same thing. By the way, this is also the first Sentai season where we introduce a second robot, and first of 2 in a row where it's basically a frickin' semi. I am not kidding. It's a frickin' semi. I have no idea why. Now, I do like the fact we get a chance to explore Retti's backstory, and basically, in a way, he pretty much gets killed off by the very next episode, by 19. Yeah, he's done by 19. He's only around for 3 episodes, and that's it. Yeah. Also, they hate him. So, and then 20 basically has it where it's basically, 20 is kind of like the epilogue this arc, and basically has the King Flash back together. There's also a thing, basically, it's also kind of a die episode. Well, he's a Green Flash, where he gets contact with a girl who may possibly his sister. Her name is Asumari, and she does not appear ever again in the series. And she asks the obvious question, how did you know my name is Asumari? And he never answered that question. It's almost like there's last stuff cut here, will he change last minute. Yep. But it was a good conclusion to that 6-part story arc. Now, in the case of the last couple episodes, it's 2 standalone episodes. First, we have one where... Thank you. We have this episode focus on Yellow Flash, which I think indicates this one might be the 5th one. First one, basically. Oh, they mentioned that this one is also one written by anime writer. Yes, it's written by anime writer by Minakru Samida. Let's see if I can find out what series he wrote. Well, she wrote, excuse me. She wrote some Dr. Slump. Yeah, she wrote the anime for that one. Rurouni Kenshin. Wrote some stuff for One Piece. And that's it. She's writing anything on and off since like the 80s. But this was one of a couple times she actually was, well, the only episode of a Sentai. Though she also wrote some stuff for, yeah, basically this is the only Sentai she ever wrote for. Of course, she passed away just a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Yes. Though they also mention here that Mulan himself, who is a guest in this episode, he actually is played by somebody from Changeman, the previous Sentai, which I will cover that later on. Yep, and episode 22, all about the Phoenix. It's episode 1. And this is mostly kind of a Red Flash episode, which is interesting. Yes, all about guarding the Phoenix and preventing the Masked Empire getting hands on it, and that's really the plot of 22. Yeah, but so far we have some really interesting episodes here. Like, here's the thing, they introduced the second Robo with episode 17. So at least they had kind of, in a way, they had the robot itself was, in the case of Flash King, he was damaged in episode 15. He wasn't fully fixed to 20. And the thing with 20 was that he was mostly fixed except for his brain circuit. There was actually a monster to invent that, though. Thanks to the second girl, they were able to fix no problem. And of course, they were up that particular plot thread. Yes, also why in the world that Sir Crawley is missing from episode 20. It's not really known why, and he's kind of like here for a majority of the rest of this run. Yeah, so with that, that's most of the episodes for Flashman covered, except I still have 3 more episodes I want to cover. And then that's it. And then right after that, I'm basically covering the anime, which I will discuss in my next video for that one. Next one's going to be a comic corner, and then one more Sentai video tonight. After the Sentai video, it won't be Sentai for a little while because I'm going to head back to Comrade after I do this anime I'm going to do. And then, well, do another anime afterwards, and do another Tokusatsu series, which I will mention when I'm going to do at that point. And back to Super Sentai to work on. I'll mention the next video for this series, whatever Sentai I'm going to work on along with this one, but I'll review that at that point. Okay, next video.